Once more, good evening. We'd like to apologize for the blackout that disrupted this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast. We'll continue with this newscast as a civil rights activist, Masok, got arrested today alongside his wife at his residence in Douala. His arrest comes after the instigator of the 1990 ghost town in Cameroon called on Cameroonians to storm the streets for a period of 3 days, that is in the month of April, to denounce all the ills affecting the country. According to him, he is denouncing issues such as embezzlement, high cost of living, and also that the government should bring a ceasefire to what's happening in the two English-speaking regions of the country. Masok was arrested alongside his wife at his residence today in the city of Douala by civil security elements who stormed his residence. And away from that, we'll take you to another area, that is in the Douala 5 subdivision, where inhabitants of Montana City are fuming at municipal authorities for allegedly deceiving them with water reservoirs which has not been able to quench their thirst. They say water flowed from their taps just few days after the reservoir was inaugurated. They were speaking as the mayor was inspecting water, school and health projects awarded to contractors in that part of the country. We have details with Innocent Aze.
C'est le cœur du bandit qui fait comment?
Douala 5 council officials say they built and inaugurated this water reservoir about a year ago for constant supply of this highly needed precious liquids to the population of Montana City, Lokpom. While on the field, we rather met an angry population who revealed fetching water from their taps only on the inauguration day and a short period of time.
Depuis que Paul est venu inaugurer l'eau jusqu'à partir, l'eau ne coule plus. L'eau là a coulé un peu et puis ça ne coule plus. Ça coulait vraiment. Après, ça s'est arrêté.
Rebuking this, but later explaining why the supply was interrupted, the project manager evoked maintenance and low water level.
C'est juste qu'on a arrêté la station pour
maintenance and purification of water take a whole long process, and during this period, you can't provide water to the population. Again, the reservoir was not full enough for supply.
permettant de ravitailler le bac.
Elsewhere, the government English Nursery and Primary School Cité de Palmier suffers from insufficient and dilapidated structures and the lack of a security fence, exposing kids and pupils who can fall from this slope while moving around the school compound.
People like structure, they like infrastructures, and so infrastructure was our problem. So many of them removed their children.
She says the situations have been handled by the Douala 5 Council with the construction of a modern structure and a 110-meter long fence to avoid an incident.
I believe that when this infrastructure will be put up, many of our children are going to come back to Jeff City de Palmier.
At the Cité Sikh Medical Center, patients are still being attended to in a tight space, with the situation still far from being addressed, given that the construction of an edifice to expand its space is yet to be completed, though accelerating.
It's very good for us, for the population of the Cité Sikh. We're going to promote the health of the population.
Wish of the medical personnel is that it fast accelerates to regain the large number of people who have stopped visiting for medical care.
We stay in the Douala 5 subdivision, where residents of Shiferi Misoke fear that the ongoing rehabilitation of the road and construction of a new bridge to replace the Pont Cassé might just be a scam. Meantime, in Lokpom and other areas like Lokbesu and Makepe, the population say they want the realization of a bridge project awarded to contractors so that other neighborhoods are freed from inundation during this time when rains are very heavy. We have details once more done by Innocent Aze.
Sheferi Misoke has been enclaved for several years because of the deplorable road from the entrance to Pont Cassé.
La feu Madame Fogny nous raclait un peu souvent la route, mais depuis qu'elle est partie, c'était la catastrophe.
Cette route était vraiment impraticable.
During the rainy season, movement in and out was really hectic.
L'entrée ou de sortie, c'était vraiment une marche commando.
With the ongoing placing of pavements by the Douala 5 Council, hope is nursed it will be a definite solution.
Ça va désenclaver le quartier.
Ça, c'est la bienvenue.
We appreciate the works, but can't jump into celebration because it can be abandoned.
Tu sais que quand on commence ici au Cameroun, il faut que ça finisse avant que nous on accepte.
Ponkase, that is, the bridge that has been a threat to the population, will soon become history with the construction of a solid one.
46-meter length, we are around 60%. The remaining work consists the slab. We have made a lot of approvisionment that we are waiting. I think if when those approvisionment will come, I think we have only 3 months to finish the work.
Apart from this realization, bridge scuppers are being built to connect Makepe 1 and Bonamusazi, Lokbesu and Lokpom, all in the Douala 5 subdivision.
When it's raining, it's not possible to go out of the quarter or to come in the quarter. We must go back to Lokbesu, use the big roads, PK14, and come back like this. We hope that we are going to open all the streets.
Les premiers jugements qu'on peut se faire sont plutôt positifs, mais on attend que la période intense arrive.
While on the Lokpom Bridge, the locals also expressed the delight.
Il fallait passer par Andem, Rond-Poulain pour arriver en ville. Alors que par ici, on est facilement à BM sans souci.
Even heavy-duty vehicles can pass here, according to the municipal authorities, who appraise the projects executed.
Le Caterpillar est passé là dès qu'au moment où on faisait ces travaux.
After visiting all the sites, I think the contractors have done a wonderful job. The job has been very satisfactory.
Denizens of the Douala 5 municipality plead impassable roads should be fixed.
And now we take you out of Cameroon, where Senegalese President-elect Diomaye Faye and Ousmane Sonko have traveled a long way. They have been through the hurdles of politics for several years. Babila Jonathan now takes us through the journey of both political leaders in his report.
Holder of a master's degree in law, Bassirou Diomaye Faye is a graduate of the Senegalese National School of Administration, ENA, the same school attended by Ousmane Sonko after he obtained a master's degree in juridical science from Gaston Berger University in Saint Louis in 1999. Prior to entering politics, Sonko worked as tax inspector in Pekinais, and Bassirou Diomaye Faye joined the General Directorate of Taxes and Domains in 2007, where he met Ousmane Sonko. Bassirou then became part of a corps of 7 tax inspectors formed around opposition leader Ousmane Sonko. Faye and Sonko's relationship grew stronger in 2014 when the Party of African Patriots of Senegal for Work, Ethics and Fraternity, PASTEF, was created in a small room at the University of Dakar. Initially a guest when the party was founded, Faye quickly ascended to become one of the most prominent figures within the party. In 2019, Faye was one of the idealists and designers of Sonko's program for his presidential candidacy in 2019. Responsible for PASTEF executives and the diaspora, he was the architect of its network abroad, particularly in Europe. In February 2021, Faye became the General Secretary of PASTEF after Sonko was arrested, being accused of repeated rape, arrested on April 14, 2023, and charged with contempt of court, defamation and acts likely to compromise public peace for having criticized the way the justice system handled cases related to Ousmane Sonko. Bassirou Diomaye was imprisoned at Cap Manuel prison in Dakar, but unlike Ousmane Sonko, Bassirou Diomaye Faye was not tried and therefore not convicted. With regards to the close relationship between Bassirou Diomaye Faye and Ousmane Sonko, he therefore legally became a candidate and the PASTEF party flag bearer after Sonko was barred. Ousmane Sonko spearheaded the campaign that led to Faye's victory in last Sunday's election.
Now we move straight away to our sports page, as the next trainer of the senior men's football team wants to be a Cameroonian. The revelation was made by sports analyst Colbert Yompang in an interview he granted to Equinoxe television. According to Colbert, Everina was a favorite to be the next coach of Cameroon, but his contract obligations with the French Football Federation ruled him out of the race completely. We have details with our sportsman, Smart Chikan Gabriel.
In less than 3 months, hostilities will resume as the battle to get a ticket for the next FIFA World Cup 2026 for the African zone will return. But till date, the suspense still remains on who becomes the next coach of the senior men's football team. The mixed commission that was put in place to study the files of the different candidates is already back home after days spent in France to discuss with some of the technicians. During an interview with journalists recently, Sports Minister Chief Professor Narcisse Moelle-Kombi revealed that more than 30 coaches applied for the vacant Indomitable Lions position. While waiting for who will get the interest of the government, some things have been made clear by sports analysts. There are 2 sure facts already as we await for the appointment of the new coach. First, it won't be a Cameroonian, and secondly, the new trainer has already been chosen and the list was already with the authorities. As speculations continue to fill the social media on who replaces Rigobert's Song, some key persons were contacted by Cameroon. In Germany, we talked with Jürgen Klinsmann, Hansi Flick, former trainer of Bayern Munich. We also talked with the former assistant of Jose Mourinho, Andre Villas-Boas. In France, Hervé Renard was favourite for the position, but 2 things blocked his appointment. He was still on contract with the French Football Federation, and that contract ends only after the Olympic Games. The second was that Hervé Renard has received calls from many other countries.
Avec la Fédération Française de Football.
Our sources say all the files of the candidates received at FECAFOOT and at the Ministry of Sports and Physical Education were forwarded to the Star Building, where the office of the members of the Commission to Reconstruct the National Football Team is located.
And that sports element done by smart Jack Jikan Gabriel puts an end to today's edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe Television. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your keen attention. Stay in the company of more interesting programs on ETV. Have a wonderful evening.